to talk about things that I've found that have been a bit of an annoyance with this job. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying what I do. I really do. But with every job, there's things that just annoy the living crap out of you. One of the things happened tonight, and I'll show you a video I took as I was moving my truck. You can see I'm in a different place. Cross pieces. Pilot on the other side. We got pilot on both sides. But in this industry, one of the more challenging things is finding parking at night when you shut down. There is not enough parking in this country. I mean, it's just not there. And I hear stories about people getting tickets and things like that. Other drivers getting tickets and fined for parking on the side of the on-ramps and so on and so forth. Taking their 10-hour break, and it's like, what do you expect us to do? Seriously. Nowhere for us to park. Truck stops full, clock's out, run out. There ain't no time. You ain't got no time on your clock to drive anywhere. If you do, you're illegal anyways. So, damned if you do and damned if you don't. And my truck just automatically shut off. But I'll worry about that in a while. But I've only got 30 more minutes left on my clock anyways. But, so, I was parked over here at this Pilot, and I'm bobtailing right now. You can't see it because it's dark. I'd show you in the mirror, but it's middle of the night. It's 1:12 in the morning. But, and the reason why I'm up so early is because I got to make a pickup about 12 minutes from here. But when I'm bobtailing, I prefer not to park in trailer parking. Unlike some of these other assholes who park in trailer parking and don't even think twice. It's hard enough for people with trailers, drivers with trailers, to find parking, and then you got these assholes in bobtails taking up trailer parking, kind of like I am right now. But I mean, I have no other choice. I woke up this morning because I parked in a car parking spot out of the way, and you'll see in the video, I wasn't in the way of anything. I wasn't blocking anything. I was in a line spot, and there was no signs up anywhere that said no truck parking. But I woke up this morning to find this note. It's kind of crumpled up, but find this note taped to my door. I'll read it out if you can't read it. It says, "Super service, no parking on side of lot ever. Management." Now, I'm not complaining with the way they did that. By all means, I moved. I moved just because of that. They could have pounded on my door and woke me up. They didn't. They could have called the police and tried to have get him to give me a parking ticket, which I doubt would hold up, given the fact that there was no parking signs. I'm not quite sure. There was another bobtail that was parked like 3 or 4 lots a little ways down from me in the same area, and they didn't put a sign on him. And it's like, but the thing I don't understand was, like, why do they care? They know just as well as I and any of these other drivers know, parking for trucks is a pain in the ass. I mean, is there really any call for that? Seriously. Anyways, that's just one of my complaints. I'm not gonna because of the way they did it, I'm not gonna disclose which pilot, where I'm located, so on and so forth. But that is a bit of a complaint. But you take it how you want to take it. Next complaint, which is something I imagine you'd find with any company. My DM, which if you don't know what DM is a distribution manager. He sends me all my loads and makes sure I gets paid properly and so on and so forth. He's a really good guy. I like him a lot. He's cool as hell. Keeps me running. But my issue is with the night distribution managers and the weekend distribution managers. Every load that I have had that something got screwed up on it has been because of a night or weekend DM. A good example of which well, it's been let me change what I said. It's been when a night or weekend DM was working. Whether or not it was their fault, I'm not exactly sure. At least with this scenario, I know there was one other one where I was supposed to be going home. There's several of them issues I've had with them, but there was one other where I was supposed to be going home, and I was in an area where they've had me bobtail and or drive empty home, and instead the weekend DM sent me right back up to Tennessee instead of sending me home. But I was in Virginia, western part of Virginia. Not exact. I think it was over in like Franklin area or something like that. Picking up. My scheduled pickup was at 9:30, something like that. And I was supposed to take this load up to Pennsylvania to a Flying J and relay the load to another driver who would take it the rest of the way to its destination. And so the next morning, the truck stop out in the middle of nowhere that I stayed at was about an hour away. Or no, it was an hour and 45 minutes. So I left with enough time. I like to leave, when I leave for my drop, I like to leave with 30 minutes of cushion. Where I'm scheduled to, where I will arrive within the 30-minute mark prior to when I'm supposed to be picking up, unless it's one that I can pick up early or earlier than that. But which I'd done this morning, and halfway there I get a message saying appointment time changed to 12:30. So I called the DM. It was a night DM, still on duty. And I said, what's going on with this? Why did y'all change? Y'all didn't even change the drop time. There's no way the other driver is going to get it to the drop on time. Much less I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to make it to the relay point now. So, which I probably would have, but the big thing is that load would have been late, and it was a high priority load. So, and his reply to it was, well, my screen says 12:30. I said, well, my pre-plan says 9:30. And I'll take a picture of it and text it to you if you want me to. He said, well, somebody must have changed something. Call your regular DM and he'll deal with it. It's like, okay, it's 7 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, well, screw me too. Well, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever it is. 8 o'clock rolls around, or 7 o'clock, or whatever it was. Rolls around, I call my normal DM, and they failed to inform him of that. I was the one who informed him about the change, and he naturally was annoyed with it as well. And he ended up first they got it rescheduled for the drop time, and then the shipper ended up canceling the load. So, needless to say, I'm not sure who changed. I'm not exactly sure who changed it. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the night DMs. But again, I can only imagine that that's going to be something that I'll find be the same at any company. So it's just something I got to get over with. Third thing that I've found to be annoyance is car drivers. There, I said it. Car drivers. Or as truck drivers call them, four-wheelers. Oh my God, I've never realized how stupid some people are until I started driving these. I never realized how much people cut 18-wheelers off and all this other stuff to these drivers until I started driving. I'll have people cut me off. I've been cut off by three cars all at the same time. I don't know how, but and then you'll have this one guy in a four-wheeler coming up, and he'll be hauling ass up to get up and over in front of you, and then he'll slow down to 10 miles under the speed limit. And then when you try to go by him, he'll speed up so you can't go by him. And it's like, what the hell, dude? You are holding me back. I am trying to get to my drop off, and you're making me go slower down this road. Now, I have run into a couple truck drivers that have done that, and it's and it wasn't because they were loaded down going up damn hill. We were on flat ground. I've run into a couple drivers that have done that, but come on, people, seriously. I mean, this industry is the backbone of this country. Whether you like it or want to admit it or not, this industry is the backbone of this country. If every driver were to shut their trucks down and just stop driving by the end of the week, there would be social chaos. People would be starving. There wouldn't be any foods in the store. There wouldn't be any gas at the pump to put gas in your car. There wouldn't be any of that. It'd all be gone. Stock market would crash. This country would fail within a week. Now, I know what you're probably saying, well, at least some of you, because I've already heard the arguments. Oh, but we still got the railroad system. So? Railroad can't pull up behind Walmart. railroad can't pull up and back one of their railroad cars up to Sam's Club or Costco, or pull into a gas station and fill their tanks, can it? No, absolutely not. A train does one thing. It goes from point A to point B in a straight line. Well, not necessarily in a straight line, but you get the point. On a regulated line. It cannot go left. It cannot go right. It can only go where that railroad goes. So, yeah, you guys still have the railroad system, but once the railroad system takes it to where to the rail yard to be dropped off, how are you going to get it how are you going to get all that product to the store? How are you going to get all that coal to the plant? How are you going to get the gas to the gas pumps? Just saying. Without drivers, stuff can't go nowhere. And it's the same thing with ships. Ships can only go in the water. I see no water around here. Just saying. So it might benefit the show drivers. Think about that. Think about that. Next time you're on the highway, or you're driving down the road, going to your local Walmart, and you just so happen to see a big rig driver, whether it be a long haul, like myself with a sleeper cab, or even a day cabber, where it's just the cab itself, and then there's a wall right behind the seat. Think about that next time you see one of those drivers. All that work that they do. You know, and I've said this a couple of times. I'm not exactly sure if I'm right to say this, but I feel I'm in the right to say this. But so I'm going to say it anyways. Several years ago, I tried to go in the military. Unfortunately, after finding a Marine recruiter that was going to look past my previous driving record, I was diagnosed with scoliosis like 3 days later. So that didn't happen. But I like to say that I feel like I'm serving my country in a different way now. Instead of going over and fighting for my freedom, I am supplying the people of my country with food, car parts, anything else that we can fit in this dry van. Should I just delivered a load of bathtubs, so y'all can get showered and bathed, stay clean, and not stink. Which is another gripe all on its own, by the way. It's really hard to get a shower out here. Not necessarily, but it is. I mean, it is and it isn't. Because unless you're stopped, you can get a shower at Flying J, TA, Pilot, Loves, or Petro. But unless you're stopped at one of those truck stops, you can't get a shower if you're not stopped at one of those truck stops. So, that same thing with the internet. But anyways, I've gone on a little bit too long. I don't know. Yeah, those are my gripes. Oh, and the video of the parking arrows, and I'm gonna go ahead and play that now to end this video, and you'll see there's no parking signs. What the hell is that noise? I don't know. It's probably a damn CD player. But you'll see there was no parking signs. The other driver that was parked over there didn't get a nice little note. But I appreciate them for doing that. I do. I really do. Anyways, catch you guys later. Here's the video. No signs whatsoever. Signs over there either. Since I give him a message too. And didn't give him a message, they gave me one. No sign saying no truck parking.